You know that feeling when you open Instagram for just 5 minutes, and suddenly you're staring at someone your age driving a luxury car, vacationing in Bali, wearing designer clothes, drinking $18 coffee in Dubai, posting captions like, "Just another casual Tuesday." Meanwhile, you're sitting there wondering if you're somehow falling behind in life because your biggest purchase this month was groceries. Here's the scary part. That feeling, that quiet financial anxiety, it's not accidental. It's engineered. Because social media didn't just create entertainment, it created an entirely new economy. An economy where looking rich has become more financially destructive than actually being poor. And this is costing millions of ordinary people thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars in bad financial decisions. According to a 2024 Credit Karma survey, nearly 40% of millennials admitted to spending money they couldn't afford specifically to keep up appearances online. Think about that. Not for survival, not for investment, not for wealth, but to appear financially successful. Now, maybe you're thinking, come on, I'm not dumb enough to go broke trying to look rich. But here's the thing. Most people don't realize they're participating in this system at all. Because the pressure doesn't feel like pressure. It feels normal. And that's exactly why it's so dangerous. For most of human history, wealth was private. Your bank account wasn't public. Your investments weren't photographed. Your retirement portfolio didn't need perfect lighting. But social media changed that. Now, wealth isn't just something people have. It's something people perform. And performance changes behavior. Here's a simple example. Let's say someone earns $60,000 a year. After taxes, that's roughly $48,000, or about $4,000 a month. Now imagine they spend $750 car payment, $300 insurance, $250 luxury gym membership, $400 dining out, $500 premium phone, $300 clothes and beauty, $500 content-worthy travel payments. That's $2,700 before rent, groceries, utilities, or savings. Suddenly, they look wealthy online, but in reality, they're one emergency away from financial collapse. This is what I call the wealth illusion trap, and social media rewards it aggressively. Because flashy content gets clicks, quiet wealth doesn't. This isn't just about money, it's psychology. Your brain is wired for social comparison. Researchers at Princeton found that people judge success less by absolute wealth and more by relative status. Translation: making $80,000 feels good until your feed shows people making $200,000, even if they're deeply in debt. This creates what psychologists call status anxiety. And status anxiety is expensive. Because when humans feel socially behind, they often compensate with visible spending. Luxury purchases become emotional armor. You're not buying the watch because you need it. You're buying it because it signals success. You're not financing the BMW because it's practical. You're financing identity. This is what most people don't realize. Many spending decisions today are less about utility and more about social survival. Social media transformed consumption into communication. Every purchase says, "Look, I'm doing okay." But often, you're not. Now, let's talk about influencers. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Many influencers aren't rich because they look rich. They look rich because looking rich is their business model. Huge difference. That luxury vacation? Sponsored. That designer bag? Gifted. That penthouse Airbnb? Rented for a shoot. That supercar? Sometimes rented by the hour. According to industry estimates, over 60% of luxury lifestyle influencer content contains borrowed, sponsored, or financed assets. So viewers compare their real finances to someone else's marketing strategy. That's like comparing your health to a movie character played by CGI. It's not real life. But your brain responds emotionally anyway. And this creates a cycle. You consume aspirational content, you feel inadequate, you spend more to compensate, You post curated success, others compare to you, and the machine keeps running. Let's break this down mathematically. Imagine person A invests $800 monthly into index funds averaging 8% annually. After 20 years, they'd have roughly $471,000. Now person B spends that same $800 monthly on status, car upgrades, designer labels, luxury experiences, premium subscriptions. After 20 years, their investment account nears zero. Difference? Nearly $500,000. That's the true cost of looking successful. Here's something most people never calculate. Looking rich often comes with an invisible tax. I call it the social status tax. Examples: luxury apartment for image, plus $1,200 a month. Premium car versus reliable used car, plus $600 a month. Designer wardrobe, plus $400 a month. Expensive nightlife, plus $500 a month. That's $2,700 monthly, or $32,400 yearly. Invested over 15 years at 8%, over $880,000. Read that again. Your desire to appear wealthier could quietly cost you millionaire status. And here's where it gets painful. Many people sacrifice real freedom for perceived status. They trade financial independence for visual approval from strangers. Now compare that to actual wealthy individuals. Many self-made millionaires drive practical cars, live below their means, avoid flashy purchases, and prioritize ownership over appearance. Because real wealth whispers, fake wealth shouts. Thomas Stanley's research in The Millionaire Next Door found that most millionaires live far more modestly than people assume. Why? Because they understand a crucial principle. Every dollar spent on signaling is a dollar not compounding, and compounding is where freedom lives. So how do you escape this? First, audit your spending for performance. Ask, would I still buy this if nobody saw it? That question alone can radically change your finances. Second, reduce aspirational content consumption. Unfollow accounts that trigger irrational comparison. Protecting your financial psychology matters. Third, redirect status spending into invisible wealth. Investments, emergency funds, skills, businesses, debt reduction. Because invisible wealth creates visible freedom later. Fourth, redefine success. Success isn't looking expensive. Success is owning your time. Here's the irony. The greatest financial flex in modern society is not looking rich. It's being financially unshakable. No consumer debt, strong investments, cash reserves, optionality, freedom. Because social media teaches people to optimize appearance, while real wealth is built by optimizing decisions. So next time you feel behind scrolling through luxury lifestyles, remember, you may not be seeing wealth. You may be seeing marketing, or debt, or insecurity disguised as success. And the people quietly building true financial independence, they often look ordinary, but ordinary can become extraordinarily wealthy. This is what the majority of people never realize. Looking rich can delay wealth, but building wealth eventually makes appearances irrelevant. So stop financing an illusion. Start owning reality. Because at the end of the day, the goal isn't to convince strangers you're successful. The goal is to actually become financially free.